Hello, welcome back to our German 1890 campaign, Blood and Iron. In the last episode, we managed to find an off-ramp out of the war because we were fighting the whole world, essentially. This episode, we hope to finish up some construction and some rebuilds and potentially start designing some aircraft carriers because as we saw during this last war, aircrafts are beginning to play a real role here, and they're good enough to sink and damage ships, so now is the time. And we also don't want to fall very far behind other nations in the whole CV thing. With that in mind, I'm kind of tempted to get rid of our light carrier. It was really there to essentially provide like a research platform. It only holds 20 aircraft and it's obsolete, which means it needs a rebuild. So we're going to go ahead and say goodbye. There we go. We also need to look into how big our shoreside air bases are. So it looks like we're doing 60 aircraft. 80, there we go, 80 is what we were looking for there. Alrighty. So we want to auto add some aircraft there. We want to auto add aircraft. There. The bill for the aircraft is going to eventually come up on us. Do we want the Falklands? Yeah, let's take the Falklands. That gives us South American base to work with. We can build it up a little bit. And there probably won't be much fighting down there. Nice. We gain a little bit of tension, but hopefully that tension will go down. Oh, there's already an air base there. Nice. Let's build up the naval, well, 20 base capacity. Yeah, let's build up the naval base down there. Yeah, it's the only base in this whole sector, so it's actually kind of cool. People should generally leave us alone, I think. Farewell, average guy. I'm not spending prestige to save you. Alrighty. Okay. Tensions go up, tensions go down. We're getting some shipbuilding improvements, which will be nice for designing aircraft carriers. Lighter machinery, better armor, things like that. And hey, our unrest is back down to 0. Let's see, we could do double tension with, let's do Russia. Okay. Because I think, let's see, new naval patrol. Wow, look at the big range improvement there. And the stats are A little bit worse, but that's fine. But yeah, we should have tensions going down still due to the recent war, but we'll see. I mean, we're not entirely opposed to, yeah, like it went down with France. We're not entirely opposed to fighting someone. We just don't want to fight everyone. I know that might seem a little bit unreasonable, but alrighty. So let's go ahead and design the aircraft carrier. So we do want something nice here because these are going to last us for a long time. Here's the Graf Zeppelin class. Let's go down to 33,000. Check and see. Yeah, there. That's why 32,800. So this is the max we could build. We probably don't want to build max size, but let's see what we got here. 63 aircraft. We don't want all this flight deck armor. We can do like an inch of flight deck armor. Do we have deck edge lifts yet? We do. Do we have catapults yet? We do not. But this should let us come up to 70 aircraft comfortably. 70 is a good number. That's like 30 fighters and 40 assorted other thingy-mabobbers. Let's get rid of all these guns. So we'll do like that, and that. We do want secondaries. There we go. That's a decent amount. And we can do tertiaries as well. Okay. Now we can drop the tonnage down to try and save some money. I wish I had looked a little bit more closely. It was like 32 something. So 3209. So the cost is actually going up, but it's because we're taking time off, less time. Okay, that makes sense. I guess we could look at the overall total. So let's go back up here. So it's 93,000 to build versus 81,000 essentially. So it's saving about 12,000 per hull. All right, that would give us 27,500 for tonnage. Actually, let's go to 30,500 tons because it's important because later on, if you're below 30,000 tons, there's a penalty when you re-equip the jets. So we want to keep that in mind. So what can we do with this extra tonnage? We could go faster, 31 knots. We can add probably 10 more aircraft. $31,000 tons. This gives us 80 aircraft. That doesn't do a whole lot. Well, yeah, we'll take the hangar armor down a little bit. which will let us add some more secondaries with ammo. All right, we're over on top side. So there we go. We get rid of some of the light AA. And now we can take the tonnage back down. So we ended up with a kind of expensive one anyway, 92,000. We lost all the savings, but we gained an additional 80 aircraft. We gained another knot of speed. And our tonnage is such that we probably won't have much issue converting over to jets on this thing. We'll probably still end up with about 60 capacity for jets. And we'll leave the extra 200 and some tons weight remaining for future upgrades, like catapults, things like that. Guess we could do that. Nah, let's not do that. And the Graf Zeppelin class, I like it. 28 months to build. Should be able to defend itself fairly well from air attack, as you know, as best as ships can in this era. So there's a chance to gain some budget. Let's choose Britain. Nice. Okay. So we gained a decent amount of money, and well, it's mainly because we finished these rebuilds, but we should be able to build a couple of these Graf Zeppelins at a time and still have some left over for some refits. So there's a chance to get some budget. We'll take it. That might be the last budget we do for a while. Okay. So let's see what else is obsolete here. Looks like our Mannheims are all obsolete. Yes, they are. So let's rebuild the engines on these things at least. Give them better fire controls. Give them another knot of speed. Oops. And throw a director on the secondaries. We don't want to worry about torpedo reloads on this thing. And we can give it some mines. All right, how are we looking here? Fairly simple rebuild, 1,000 per month each, 10 months. And that, I could throw an AA director on here. There we go with a medium AA. We'll go ahead and take it. Save the game. 2% savings on hull. Let's apply that to the Graf Zeppelin. So this is the improved patrol craft. It just gains a point of toughness. That's fine, whatever. Nice, getting some industrial production boost. Let's rework the design for the Graf Zeppelin. We have 420 tons left over. We're just gonna save that. We're not going to mess with it very much. We're just going to save it and apply it to the catapults later on. And to jets later on as well. All right, let's build 2 of these. Going to be about 3 years, and those will be ready to go. We're going to go ahead and do the rest of the Mannheims. So let's rebuild those. Because we've got the Deutschland being finished here in just a month. There it is. Formation of Russian medium bombers have crossed the Atlantic. We could lower tension, which we do not really have tension with Russia. We could do the same if we cared. Or we could strengthen our air defense. We don't need any more budget, so let's just go with we can do the same if we wanted to. I could do it. I could do it if I cared. I just don't care, man. All right, tension with France is going up a little bit, but then it looked like it went back down. We share common concerns that the USA is being expansionist. Yet, okay, I was going to say, yet you're still friends, but you're not anymore. Still a kind of complicated, not very complicated, but still a little bit of a network of alliances there that we have to deal with if we ever go to war with any of these people. Okay. Well, it looks like our destroyers are becoming obsolete, so first thing we do is replace the machinery, give them better directors, we'll give them dual purpose. We can make them minesweepers, although that would mess with the anti-sub value. So let's just give it increased depth charge storage. We can't throw in torpedo reloads unless, what if we decrease the tubes on one of these? Now we can throw in reloads. Okay. So we lose 1 tube, but we gain, we have 9 shots originally. We lose 1 shot down to 8, but we end up with 16 in total now because we get reloads. All right, yeah, this is fine. 350 per month for 8 months. There we go. It's going to be a little bit of a process to rebuild all of these, but oh no, that's fine. We have a lot of money as it is. Increase max carrier size. We're not really worried about that. We got our 30,000 tons plus size carriers. So here is a new British battle cruiser, the Redoubtable class. 17-inch guns, 31 knots, 12-inch belt. That is a scary ship. I don't want anything to do with that thing. That budget hit hit us a little bit harder than I'd hoped. France and Russia renewed their security arrangement. So they're still buddy-buddy. Joined at the hip. We're concerned over U.S. expansionism. What do we do? Oh, nice. We can give up a prestige to get our budget back. Let's do that. And get new dive bombers. We're gonna go for speed and bomb load. Nice. We closed that gap on the monthly balance a little bit there. So this is the new Russian heavy cruiser, 8-inch guns, pretty solid. 31 knots, that's very respectable. And then rebuilds. Privately built medium bomber. We do have a lot better cruise speed, we got a lot better range, and the stats are the same, except we get double the bomb load. So yes, let's take that. Thank you. That's a good design. Thank you. Thank you very much. And we got some rebuilds finishing, so let's throw some more destroyers in the pipe. Let's see here. We could give up another prestige to get budget, but looks like our unrest is climbing. So we're just going to go with average ships. All right, we finished our Falklands expansion. We're back to basically neutral on the budget, which means we can do another handful of destroyers. Nice. USA and Britain are no longer friends. Now we can fight either one and hopefully not get in too much trouble. All right, we're gonna wait a couple months for the rebuilds to finish on these Mannheims. Um, let's. I don't want to raise. Promise, I don't want to raise our budget any further. Nor do I want a peace conference. I don't want to give up a prestige either. And let's go for budget, I guess. We'll find a way to lower it. The tension isn't very high. There's a decent chance. There's the catapults. There's a decent chance we'll get just like penalized on the budget anyhow. All right, rebuild the rest of these destroyers. And, it may be time to get a new Corvette class. A lot of ours are well over 20 years old. Some of them are 30 years old. Let's see what it would take to rebuild some of these. Replace the machinery. We can raise the speed. Give them directors. We'll give them a little bit of anti-sub capacity. Yeah, that's fine. That's an okay build. 164 per month. Yeah, sure. Yep. And then we'll just do all of them because we got those destroyers coming out of rebuild in just a minute here. But we should also look into designing yeah, look into designing some other Corvettes to supplement those, and we'll phase out the old ones. Look how tiny this one is, just a little bitty guy. All right, let's get rid of that low freeboard. Give it some speed. We're going to slap on some minesweeping gear because, as it turns out, we were dealing with a lot of mines last time around. We're Colonial Service, of course. And we can throw on like an inch of belt. Just to eat up a little bit of the weight. Can we do AA directors on these things? We can do dual purpose. Center line. We can do a better fire control. So 214 each. So basically 3,800 to build each over 18 months. It's got 5 heavy AA factor. It's got minesweeping. It's got some mines. It's got no anti-submarine capacity. Well, it's got a little bit, but whatever. We got a lot of destroyers. What if we go back down to coal turbines? It's not going to make enough of a difference. All right, we will. Hang on. Fritz Homan. Yeah, Fritz Homan class. That's fine. Alrighty. We'll sell to Austria. They're not really a threat to us. Yeah, let's build like 10 of these. Save the game. We need 11 more destroyers, huh? No, we're not selling to France. Okay. And since we're... Hang on, Fritz Homan. What? Oh, we already had a class of Corvettes called the Fritz Homans. All right, well, let's get rid of all these. I don't like the confusion. I don't like being confused. The gold diggers are due for an upgrade, or at least a refit. But we're not going to worry about those for a minute. I got something else on the table here that I want to work on. We'll institute gunnery. Yeah, let's give them double the amount. Give them 400 for the month and hopefully gain a prestige. We're at 35. All right, here are our new dive bomber prospects. We have better cruise speed. The range isn't as good, but the bombs are better. So we'll just pick this one that has the best stats on it. Even though the range is a little bit lower, that's fine. It's all right. There's our budget going down. We could, let's blame Russia. All right, so we did take a decent hit there. There we go. Our first battleship division is ready to go. Chance to get some budget. Let's do Italy this time. Get our money back, please. Okay. Very nice. We have a lot of stuff finishing rebuild here shortly. Let's see, it's 18. We'll have 28 in total. So let's build like 5 more of the Fritz Homans. Let's go for long-term prosperity. And we're going to build 2 more Graf Zeppelins. The first ones are halfway finished. Well, I don't. Britain isn't allied with anyone, so we'll just make him a national hero, go for a prestige. Hey, we got a prestige. Okay. That's good. Yeah, we'll do another Fritz Homan class. Why not? Let's I think this gives a boost to our like our base in money. So we're gonna do that, even though it's gonna cause some tension. We'll do a new float plane scout. Speed and range. And now we're into the yellow on tensions, which means we probably don't have any more budget penalties going down. Let's build some docks since we have a minute here. Who knows when we might need that. And we're not going to fool around with these Prussians. As much as they might need a overhaul, because we're going to replace those. The Prussians are going to go as soon as the Graf Zeppelins are done. And we're going to go ahead and transfer the Peter Straussers now to 8th Carrier Division. And we have some rebuilds about finished, so let's look into starting the rebuilds for the gold diggers. So replace the machinery, simple job, give them advanced directors, make the guns dual. There's only 2 guns on these things. Give them a director, and that's probably all we're going to do with that. Yep, okay. So 500 and some per month. We'll take it. Of course, that means we don't have some stuff on foreign service. Let's put the Prussians on foreign station because they're going to go anyhow. So we'll go ahead and deploy those overseas, and then we'll get rid of them when the gold diggers are finished. Austria and Italy are about to fight again. Here's a privately built medium bomber. Cruise speed's better, range is better. Stats, different. And the bombs are bigger, so yes, we will take that. Not only are the bombs bigger, but they carry 2 of them. I'm just the man. Let's get rid of the poor admin guy. Save the game. We're coming along pretty nicely here. We have a lot going on. We'll sell to Japan for sure. 5,800. That's enough to nice. Nice. 5,800 is enough to rebuild a gold digger, I believe. We'll do a couple. Rebuild. Yeah, it's 5,600 to rebuild. So by selling that technology to Japan, um, we basically paid for a refit. Okay. The cone class. We'll go ahead and put some of these on foreign station. And let's just do the rest of the gold diggers while we're at it. That might be the last ever upgrade we ever do to the gold diggers. And they're fine for like foreign station requirements, but they've only got like 2 little pop guns on them. And once our Graf Zeppelins are done, they have to go straight into rebuild to throw some catapults on them. Save the game. Check our research. Nothing really needs to change here. We're looking pretty good all over. Although I'm kind of tempted to do better submarines. Yeah, let's do that. Let's save the game. Let's avoid foreign entanglements for now to avoid raising tensions unnecessarily with the US because they're still allied with France, I believe. Better dive bomber performance. USA, nope, they're no longer friends with France. But, no need to push buttons. We don't have to right now. Oh, there's radar. Okay. Let's put that on high. How we looking? 6 months, or no, hang on. Yeah, 6 months and 8 months on these builds. Italy and Austria are fighting again. Yeah, we'll sell to Austria for 5,800. New float planes. Cruise speed is slightly improved. Range is whatever. So we'll just go with like this one here probably. It has the best range of them all. Let's not mess with the budget. Our unrest is starting to creep. So we'll just go for tension, I suppose. So Austria and Italy going at it again. Austria lost a heavy cruiser. Italy lost a handful of destroyers. And Russia's getting froggy because they're still friends with France. Let's give up a prestige to try to lower tension with our primary enemies here. So we're gonna go down one. There we go. That saves us some time, essentially. One less tension. It could take months for a tension to go up. Here is the new and improved medium bomber. Better speed, better range. Austria lost a heavy cruiser and another heavy cruiser in exchange for a destroyer. Italy's finally getting the upper hand in this eternal war that they've been fighting with each other down there. We have 13 battleships in service. I wonder, yeah, I wonder if that means we should look into maybe retiring a couple of them, focus more on aircraft carriers. Like our Hessians, they uh, they didn't fare very well in the last war. That would save us about 1,000 per month on the budget. Oh gosh, and it's going to be due for a rebuild here, 1928, and it's 1937. Yeah, and they're slow. They're 23 knots. Let's go ahead and scrap them. Save some money. Okay. Anything else obsolete other than these carrier conversions? No. Alrighty. Let's see here. Italy lost a battleship in exchange for a destroyer, essentially. There we go. We freed up some budget. Looks like our settings are due for rebuilds. These are 1899. Let's build new heavy cruisers to replace these, I think. Although they might still have value as raiders. So replace the machinery. I think the speed is limited to 25. It is. Okay. All right. So let's design some new heavy cruisers. 14,000 tons, 31 knots, 10-inch guns. We could go up in the ammo a little bit there. Get rid of these catapults and the aircraft. That saves us some weight. What can we do with that weight? We could throw on some more secondaries. What if we go to 32 knots? It's too much. I guess we could just decrease the displacement a little bit. Doesn't really do much for us. We could throw in a little bit more ammunition. Okay, looks like we can do more torpedo protection. No, we can't. Torpedo defense 2. I mean, if these things are like kind of raiders and whatnot. Yeah, this is fine. The Freya class. There's some tonnage left over for like radar and stuff like that later on. 9 10-inch guns with an advanced director. Plenty of ammunition. We're going to go ahead and the Freya class. Alrighty. We should be able to build a couple of those at least. New docks completes. Carrier completes. We're not going to sell to Russia. We need a new fighter, sure. Speed and firepower. Actually, firepower and then speed. Save. Alrighty, it's first carrier. So it's time for the Prussians to go away. There we go. The gold diggers are back, so to foreign station with them. And we're going to assign to the 5th Carrier Division our first new carrier, the Graf Zeppelin. So let's auto-assign aircraft. It's a good amount. I like it. Our unrest is creeping up again. So we should probably look for a way to lower the budget. The Settons will be going away. I could probably get rid of them now to save money. We're not selling to France. Italy lost a battlecruiser and a carrier. Well, remember what I said earlier about it looks like they're finally doing okay? Well, I was wrong. We're going to build 3 of these Freya class. We're going to get rid of these Settons. They're just too old and slow. That means we have the money to build more aircraft carriers. I'm tempted to just design a new class. Actually, hang on, we have to rebuild these. All right, we're going to add a couple of catapults. There we go. 3 months, easy. Cool. And the reason why I wanted to do a whole new carrier class is because we don't have to rebuild them with catapults on there. Okay, let's go down 400 tons. Yeah, with too much deck armor. We're going down to 2 inches of deck, 1 inch of hangar side armor, deck edge lifts with catapults. And we want to get about 80 aircraft on here if we can. There we go. We can go up a knot in speed, 31. Let's clear out a lot of these main turrets. There we go. We want some nice secondaries on here so it can defend itself. And some tertiaries. Top side exceeded. So we're going to get rid of some of this light AA. And I don't know, can we fit any more? We can fit 5 more aircraft on there. Nice. 3 AA directors is a lot, but that's, better, I guess. 2 inches of deck. That's probably fine. We're not into like the modern carriers yet, where it's like you just go no armor at all. We have to expect to actually run into stuff with these carriers once in a while. So the Graf Spee. Oh, the Graf Spee. That's fine. 34,000 tons, 3,600 per month, 29 months to build instead of 28. That's fine. Save it. And oh, it looks like we're about out of time here. Yeah, we'll sell to Austria. Give us a little bit more bank for building stuff. Austria lost a pair of heavy cruisers. Okie dokie. Let's see here. We have a lot of stuff being rebuilt. So let's build some submarines. We'll build 10 long-range subs. Start taking a chunk out of our treasury that we've built up here. So this is the new Russian heavy cruiser. 31 knots. See how it compares to ours. So it's about the same size, same speed. We've got 10-inch guns instead of 8, but they've got more. And they have 5-inch dual-purpose secondaries. We've got 3-inch, but we've got a little bit more. But I think our armor is a little bit better, but that's probably not a good thing. Improves range for cruisers. Well, we can make use of this hull savings on the new carriers. All right, looks like just trading destroyers. Let's go for the win with Japan. A little bit of tension doesn't hurt them. We want the prestige. Trading destroyers. And we'll bid a... There you go. Have some aircraft. We're going to rework the design to include the hull savings, essentially. So we gain a little bit extra tonnage. We could throw on another 2 sets of secondaries. That messes with the top side a little bit. But that's fine. The more HAA factor, the better, I guess. Yeah, we'll take that for another Freya class. Why not? I guess this is our chance to lower the budget. Yeah, we could build 10 destroyers, no problem. Right, here's the new fighter. Better speed, better range, and way better firepower. We're going to take the Hinkle. Austria lost a light carrier. All right, let's build 2 of these. And we want 10 destroyers, so... Right, we don't have any destroyers that are just ready to go. So let's design a new destroyer class. Our other ones are just pretty old in general. Normal speed priority. I don't think these are max size. What if we take the mines off? So we get rid of the mines. We get torpedo reloads. Albatross. That's a cool name for a destroyer. And yeah, this is okay. This is a fine little destroyer. We got some 5-inch guns on there. It just does what it needs to do. It's fast. It has torpedoes. It has anti-submarine warfare. Let's throw a little bit of ammo on there, and it's not expensive to build. All right, we're gonna save that. Okay, what about these Peter Strausers? They hold 60 aircraft. They're fine. They're not going to be very upgradable to like jets, but we can hang on to them until then. We're getting a little bit of tension in the Balkans. That's a good technology to get better chances of air launch torpedoes hitting. So we can get double tension with, let's do Italy. Russia's stealing technology from us. Let's yell at them. Modern torpedo bomber is 3 years old, so we're going to go for uh, bomb load and speed. So Italy lost a battleship and a battle cruiser in exchange for. No, they didn't exchange. They just lost a light carrier. Wow. All right, let's build 10 of these. Actually, let's build 12 so we have a full squadron, or 3 full squadrons. Alrighty. Wow, we're almost an hour in. I completely lost track of time here. It's just so much fun building ships and improving the fleet. Next time around, we'll have to refit the Rhinelands and the Wittelsbachs, or even consider getting rid of the Rhinelands. But they have 16-inch guns, so it's hard to, you know, say goodbye to something like that. And they're 25 knots, which isn't like horrible, but we'll see. Anyhow, I appreciate y'all for hanging out with me. I'll see you next time, and sail safe out there.